back for another yoga sculpt class. All you need for this class is a set of 1 to 5 pound weights, maybe your water bottle, a towel, anything like that. We're going to begin started in seating, just gently closing the eyes, softening the gaze, maybe taking the backs of hands, placing them onto your knees, just calming the mind, readying yourself for your workout today. Maybe setting an intention for your practice. A few more breaths in stillness. On your next inhale, lifting your hands up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then as you exhale, twisting over to the right. Maybe taking the left hand on the outside of the right knee. Right hand is behind you, just gently pressing into the ground, making sure that your spine stays elongated. One more breath here. Inhale back through center, exhale through the other side. Inhale back through center. Exhale, just bringing your hands down, coming over your knees into a tabletop position. Palms are somewhere under shoulders, knees under hips, fingers spread wide in a stable position. Toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever's comfortable for you. Inhale, allow the belly to fall, gaze to rise. Exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing through the palms, drawing that belly button inwards. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale draws your head back to neutral, gazes down towards the hands. Right leg lifts long out behind you, foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards, hips are neutral here. Pausing. Maybe you stay here, maybe you bring your left hand forward in front of you, spinal balance, belly button's drawn inwards, ribs are knit in, gaze stays down. Pausing here for a few breaths. Inhale, point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to elbow, curl it in. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time on your inhale, lengthening back out. Placing the left hand back down towards the mat. Left toes spin, open towards the side, coming into a modified side plank Sasana. From here, belly button is still pulled in, ribs are knit in, not arching at the back. Right foot is lifted, flexed, and toes are pointing towards the side. Pausing here. Then dropping the right knee so that you're on the edge of the foot. Lifting the right hand up and over. Inhale, bring knee in towards elbow. Front side of body not open to the side. And exhale. 4 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. 2 more. And 1. bringing palm and knee back down towards the earth. Inhale, belly falls, gaze rises. Exhale, rounding through the spine. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine. This time left leg lifts, foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Hips are neutral. Again, option to stay here. Option to lift the right hand forward to in front of you. Pausing here, belly button pulled in, ribs are knit in. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to elbow. 2 more times. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthening back out. This time right palm plants firmly on the earth, maybe one palm length ahead. Right toe spin towards the side. Left hand lifts up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Again, modified side plank Bhaskasana. Pausing here for a few moments, making sure that you're not arching your back, everything's drawn in. And then dropping to the inside edge of that left foot. Left hand lifts up and over, and then crunching in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking right palm, left knee back down towards the earth. Pressing up, plank pose. On knees or on toes, wherever you are. Making sure that your hands are somewhere under your shoulders, maybe fingers slightly going out to either side, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to lower and lift the knees. If your knees are on the ground, you can do push-ups here instead. Making sure that your core is tight, belly button pulled inwards for 10, pressing through the heels. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shifting forward, lowering through chaturanga all the way to the mat, untucking your toes, pressing your hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing in child's pose for 2 breaths. And then shifting forward. Palms are planted, shoulders past wrist, toes tuck, hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling your heels here. This might be your first down dog of the day. Stretching through the calves, through the back side of the legs. Palms are planted firmly on the mat. Index finger and thumb grounding downwards, biceps spinning forward towards the front of you. Pausing here for a few breaths, finding stillness if you haven't already. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank position, or on knees. From here, making sure that your hands are planted firmly on the mat. Shifting forward, shoulders past fingers. Lowering through chaturanga, only halfway, pushing back up. Chaturanga push-up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. This time lowering all the way down towards the mat, untucking the toes. Hands should be framing lower rib cage. Inhale, shoulders roll back, gaze forward, chest open forward. Cobra or baby cobra. Exhale to release. Tucking your toes, pressing through the palms, shifting your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Again, realign, readjust as needed. Maybe pedal those heels one more time. And then find stillness. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards. Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe mini back bends. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back to plank position. Lowering down onto your forearms, dolphin plank. From here, we're going to go side to side with the hips for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Core stays tight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planting the palms firmly on the earth, allowing the hips to drop. Untucking the toes, Sphinx pose. Pausing here for a few breaths. Gently stretching out the back body, strengthening the spine. And then lowering your forehead towards the mat. Palms come to frame, low ribs, toes tuck. Pressing through the hands, lifting the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards. Urdhva Hastasana. Again, maybe take that back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back, high plank position. Realign, readjust as needed. From here, we're going to take our hand, tapping the opposite knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shifting shoulders past hands, lowering through Chaturanga all the way to the mat. This time, palms are tented. Inhale, pressing through the hands, variation of Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale to release. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Palms to frame lower rib cage. This time pressing the hips back towards the heels. Belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then finding yourself back in downward facing dog. Inhale initiates the lift of the right leg. Foot is flexed. Toes are pointed down to start to keep the hips neutral. Point the toe to lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Making sure that the knee is in line with the ankle on the front foot, you're high on the balls of the back toes. From here, you're going to put all your weight into your right foot. Hands are going to reach forward towards the front of your mat, lifting your back foot off the ground, standing split. Maybe your hands come to blocks. Maybe you use those weights for a little extra height. Whatever works for you. From here, we're going to take the left foot, bring it in, tap the right ankle, and then lift it back up for 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, making sure that you're bending into that right knee, 3, 2, and 1. From here, the left leg's going to lower, tap the ground, and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that left foot down to meet the right, bending into the knees, weight shifts into the heels, grabbing your weights, lifting yourself up, Utkatasana chair pose. So there's a similar distance between toes and knees. Bum is reaching back as if you were sitting into a chair, weight into your heels. Bringing your hands down, elbows in towards your side. Tricep extensions for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping those hands at heart center, maybe sinking a little deeper into that chair, revolving towards the right. So turning with your thoracic spine towards the right. The left knee is probably going to come a little bit forward from the right. That's okay. Trying not to hook that left elbow onto that right knee. Keeping that twist just in your upper body. From here, you're going to shift your weight into that right foot. Step the left foot towards the back of your mat, coming into a revolved lunge. Pausing here. And then inhale, bringing yourself up, high crescent lunge. From here, you're going to take your hands into some around the world, going down and back up, making sure that you're at an angle so your hands are not directly beside you. They're kind of out to either side. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, strong through the core, 2, and 1. Bringing your hands back down towards the mat, pausing in that runner's lunge, hands come to the earth, right foot steps back to meet left, plank position, holding for 20. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Optional vinyasa flow. Option just to press through the palms, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Finding downward dog if you're not there already. Inhale, left leg lifts up this time. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe to lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Again, maybe the back toes have to wiggle back a little bit. Readjust as needed. Front knee is in line with ankle. From here, hands come forward towards the front of your mat. Weight comes all into that left foot, lifting that right foot off the ground, standing split. Again, maybe hands come to blocks, maybe you use your weight for a little bit of height, bringing that toe in towards the ankle 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Peeling that right foot down to meet the left, pausing to grab your weights, weight shifts into the heels, knees are bent, lifting yourself up, Utkatasana chair pose. Again, elbows come in towards side body, tricep extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come to heart center, this time rotating towards the left knee. Right knee will probably creep forward. Pausing here. And then weight comes into the left foot. Right foot reaches back towards the back of your mat. Revolved lunge. And then inhale, lifting yourself up. High crescent lunge. Realign, readjust as needed. And then again, taking those around the world. 1. Core, stay strong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shifting forward, hands come back down towards the earth. Left foot steps back to meet right, high plank. Hold for 20. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, optional vinyasa flow. Option to just press back, downward facing dog. This time from downward dog. Coming high onto the toes, dropping the knees out wide, shifting the hips for heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Pausing in your child's pose. Using this time to catch your breath. Maybe grab a sip of water, towel off if needed. When you're ready, pressing yourself back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up towards the sky. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back. Step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. This time left foot comes down onto an angle, about 45 degrees or whatever is comfortable to you. Making sure you grab those weights before windmilling yourself up and around. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Checking in with your alignment here, making sure that your front knee is in line with that front ankle. You should be able to see your big toe on the inside edge of that front knee. Pressing into the razor edge of the back foot. Hands are parallel, gaze is over the front middle finger. Pausing here. Then bringing your hands behind your head. You're going to take that front right elbow, drawing it towards the right knee, and then lifting back up. Crunching into the right oblique. Option to open up the hand and then lift back up. We are here for 10. 10, 9, strong through that front foot, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Front right foot is going to rotate so that it's parallel towards the side of your mat. So you're in a wide-legged forward stance, but then you're going to take that bend back into that right knee. From here, you're going to kick the left foot up with the hand and back down for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, core is strong, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that right foot, taking it back forward, back into Virabhadrasana 2. Pausing here. Inhale, flips the front palm, lifting the hand up towards the ceiling, exalted warrior. Bringing that right forearm to meet right thigh, left hand sweeps up and over, extended side angle. Pausing here. Maybe bring that bottom hand up to meet left for a bit more core engagement. Inhale, straighten through that front leg, lift the right hand back up, Joan of Arc, really stretching through that right side body. And then pressing the left hip back, hinging forward, coming into Trikonasana triangle pose. Pausing here. Maybe that bottom hand is on a block, or again, maybe you're using that weight for a bit of height. From here, we're going to lift up through the left hand, at the same time sweeping the right hand to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pausing back in that triangle pose. Then bending back into that front knee, windmilling that left hand down towards the ground, runner's lunge. Putting your weights to the side, planting both hands firmly on the mat. Right foot steps back to meet left, holding plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering through Chaturanga, all the way down to the mat, untucking your toes, hands frame lower rib cage. Inhale, pressing through cobra or baby cobra. Exhale to release. 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders roll back, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Tucking the toes, pressing through the hands, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Realign, readjust as needed. Inhale initiates the lift of the left leg. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe to lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back. Step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. This time right foot comes down on an angle, 45 degrees, or whatever's comfortable to you. Grabbing those weights, windmilling your hands up and around. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Again, checking in with your alignment here. Making sure that that front knee stays in line with that ankle. From here, hands come behind head. Ready for that oblique crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg spins forward, bending into that knee. Right leg does the kicking this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back into that warrior stance, flipping the front palm, lifting the hand up, Joan of Arc, extended, exalted warrior. Left hand comes down to left thigh, right hand spins up and over, extended side angle. Again, option to bring that left knee out towards the side, wherever you are, pausing here. On your next inhale, straightening through that front leg, Joan of Arc. And then hinging at those hips, lifting that left hand down, right hand up, triangle pose. Again, maybe that bottom hand comes to a block or you use your weight, trying not to lock out that front knee. From here, we're going to do lift and lower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending into that front knee, windmilling both those hands down, placing your weights to either side, planting the palms, left foot steps back to meet right, plank pose. Again, pausing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting, shoulders past hands, lowering through chaturanga, all the way to the mat. Palms to frame lower rib cage, shoulders roll back. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale to release. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time pressing through the palms, taking those hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing in your child's pose, using this time to find rest, to slow the heart rate. One more breath here. Then lifting yourself up, pressing through the palms, tucking the toes, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards, hips are neutral. Point the toe to lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, step the foot between the hands. This time the left foot's going to step in, coming a little bit closer and on a slight angle. Feet are about hip distance apart here. Front knee stays bent. Grab those weights. Inhale, lifting up. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Pausing here. Hips are working towards facing to the front, but a lot of us are going to still have them facing to that front left corner, and that's okay. Pausing here, feeling that nice stretch through the left calf. Inhale, reach up to lengthen. Exhale, hinging forward, humble warrior. Right side body comes to left on the inside of right leg. Hands reach up, weights out, active arms. Pausing here. One more breath in this shape, allowing gravity just to hold you here. And then inhale, coming back up. Taking that left leg, coming onto the toes, and straightening that foot so that it's pointing forward. Bending into that knee, coming into a lunge. From here, you're going to take your hands into cactus. One shoulder raise, and then one pop up top. So you're popping out of that front toe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening out both legs, hinging forward at the hips, coming into a variation of pyramid pose. So front foot is planted firmly on the mat. You're high on the balls of the back toes. Pausing here, head comes heavy, reaching towards that front knee. Trying to keep that front leg straight, but not locking out that knee, so slight micro bend. Two more breaths here in stillness, stretching into the back side of those legs. Then bending into that front foot again. Inhale, lifting yourself up into Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3. So right foot is only contact with the floor, left foot is lifted, toes are pointed, trying to keep those hips neutral. I'm going to plie here for 1, bending into that right leg, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Peeling that left foot down to meet right, hinging forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Pausing here, allowing the back body just to stretch out. Gravity hangs the head heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, optional vinyasa flow. Option just to step back, downward facing dog. This time, on your next inhale, left leg lifts up. Foot is flexed, Toes are pointing downwards, hips are neutral. Point the toe to lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, step the foot between the hands, and then step the right foot in slightly. Grabbing those weights, maintaining that bend in the left leg. Inhale, lifts up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Again, hips are working towards square to the front. If they're not there, that's fine. Pausing here. Inhale, lengthening through the hands. Exhale, hinging forward. Humble warrior. Allowing the head to hang heavy. Arms are tight and strong here. 3 more breaths. Inhale, lifting yourself back up. Warrior 1. Coming high on those toes. Again, maybe the right foot, needs to hinge forward. In line, hands come to cactus. Lift up, pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then reaching forward, coming into that variation of pyramid pose, stretching into the back side of those legs. Finding some stillness in the midst of your workout. And then again, bending into that front foot, lifting yourself up, Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Plie for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peeling that right foot down to meet the left, hinging forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, allowing the body to hang heavy here, to stretch through the back side. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms. Optional vinyasa flow. Option just to step back. Downward facing dog. Come high onto the toes. Dropping to the knees. Hips to heels. Belly to thighs. Forehead to mat. Child's pose. Again, pausing in stillness. 3 full breaths. And then finding yourself up and over on to your bum. Quick little core session before we finish class. So weight is just shifted slightly back onto the back of your bum. Feet are lifted, Navasana, boat hold. Option to have legs straight, bent. You can even have your toes gently touching the floor if you need. Holding here. Core is tight, strong, belly button pulled in. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming onto your back, you're going to sit up, punch, and then other side. Just for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sending your weights to the side. Feet are planted firmly on the mat. Back is down. You can grab your weights if you like. Place them on your hips. We're going to press through the feet. Bridge lift. Pulse at the top for 50. Hands can be up towards the sky. Triceps on the ground or hands out. Your choice. 1. 40. 30. Squeezing through the bum. 20. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to the ground. Maybe your legs extend out to either side. Coming into whatever shape you choose to take your final Shavasana in. Pausing here for a few breaths. Thanking yourself for taking this time, for your mind, for your body. And then when you feel ready, slowly lifting yourself up, coming to a seated position. Bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra, heart center, that prayer position. Or maybe your thumb comes to third eye, space between the eyebrows. Closing the eyes, softening the gaze. May the long-time sun shine upon you, true love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Thank you for joining me again.